nothing but like the intro vision and song of a certain pub. And I am gonna now upload them on Discord, and hopefully you people can just see which one you think best of. Just gonna have to remember, where the hell did I put them? Wait, I put them in YouTube edits. Out of context. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Open those 3. There we go. I'm just gonna upload those on Discord. This was the one, right? It was... Yeah, that was the one that was basically like that. For some reason I cropped it so fucking weirdly. Why did I crop it so weirdly? There we go. Okay, it's not now. Wait, hold on. You cannot even answer. Edit. Wait, can you actually like... Hold on. Yeah, let me just try and fix something here. Can I add reaction 1? Can I like just do a number? Okay, so do A, B, or C. Oh, nope, not that one. Take that away. C. There we go. Just so people have anything to vote with, because there is no way. Okay, what did we do here, by the way? Now I'm back into the whole gaming thing here. What am I doing? Right, wait a second. Didn't we get a footprint or a shoe? No, we got a shoe print from the shoes we found in the garbage can, and it had toe prints, but we don't know which toe print. The slippers. That's quite a clear print there, a toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is. What? All I need to is a sample of the toe print of another shoe, for instance. Oh, right. So, if the prints match, you know the same person were both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? I got it right here. Really? I'm beginning to suspect something here. Hold on, do we have another shoe? I said yes just in case. Haha. Yeah, I'm not gonna skip this. Yeah, I know. It was just I couldn't go backwards. I couldn't say, oh shit, I don't have anything. So we need another toe print. Okay. Well, that's probably the weirdest thing I've heard. We need a toe print. How the hell am I supposed to find a toe print? Fingerprint is easy because there's not many people wearing gloves. But toe print, I basically just have to like just forcibly remove their shoes. Either that or we could just go to the not infirmary, morgue. They probably don't have shoes there. Okay, so not there. I'm just gonna go somewhere. I don't like. I just got back to this game. I have no idea really what's been happening. Talk? No. Wait, which hospital were these things from? Hold on here. Meractis. Okay, so the Meractis is from the other hospital. This is... This is... Where are we actually? Hikiti placing. I don't know. Someplace. Hikiti Hop, I think it's called. I don't know. It is called Hickfield. Well, close enough. Detention center? I think we're fine here. I just realized something. We're playing as Apollo. We don't have the goddamn, like, unlock your heart thing. We basically have, like, the if they're lying thing, and it's not as often, I guess. Talk. So, can we present this thing? No, okay, he didn't give a shit. 2 rounds were fired. Do you know anything about that? About these weapons, the pistol and the knife. They belong to the family. Like I'm out that night. The killer, Mr. Stickler, says he saw that night was... Yes, it was me. I was there after all. Finished. Yo, look. Do you think you could tell us exactly what happened that night? Yeah. Don't give it going. You don't beat around the bush, do you? Like a star, Shorty. Wait, did we talk about that? Yeah, we already did talk about that. Okay, so you are completely useless right now. So, Eldon's house or Noodle's house. You know anything about these? There's something I am gonna have to do. The problem is, what exactly am I supposed to do? We have a cat up here. Hey, a kitty cat. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. It's not coming down. We do look kind of suspicious. You have to admit. It's okay, kitty cat. His hair won't hurt you. It's okay, kitty cat. She won't make you disappear in her hat. Fair enough. Does that thing is broken? No, it's not broken. It just looks weird. Okay. Well, there is nothing here. Like, the problem is, like, we have said, like, oh, we probably should check out the hospital. We're not allowed to do that. Second of all, oh, we have a goddamn, like, thing from the hospital with a toe print. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't really have anything else either about that. Okay, that's the question. I don't think their shoes is gonna, or toes is not gonna do anything. You know what? I'm gonna go to the hospital. I'm gonna ask Wright about things. Or I'm gonna ask her. She's basically our assistant right now. Or I'm hers. I actually don't know which one is assistant or not, to be honest. Right, this. No, I don't want to see a magic trick. No, no. Stop. Excuse me? What? Oh, Badger! Thank you much for the resubscription for 11 months. I don't know why it's always confusing me, and I really have to do an update on like the art thing for the resubscription. Yeah, thank you so much. I do hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Absolutely. But yes, I do hope you have a good, and thank you so much. It always means a lot. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because I tried to find a toe print. A sound as weird as it sounds, I'm trying to find a toe print. It's not really easy finding a toe print. No, apparently not. Wookie's checkup report. Wait a second. Hold on. I just realized I'm doing good. Alright, just a bit hungover. Fair enough. Hungover isn't really a fun thing. I can't say anything because I don't drink, but I can just imagine. But yes, do take care. Do rest your hungover head. Drink some water. Does water work? I unfortunately don't know. Okay, wait, hold on. I just remembered. This guy is... I was about to say priest. He's a doctor. Can you check it, this thing? Yes, I know. Because it did say if there's anything about... Is there anything about being a doctor? Ask me. Urgent exam needed, yeah. I need a toe print. Where do I find toe prints? I was like so happy when I basically learned about like the shoe thing. I was like, I know how to get a print. The only problem is she only has fingerprints. She doesn't have toe prints. Okay, so for the first of all. Yeah, I know, you can't probably help me with that. Just ask scientifically, like, Jesus, you and your science. I can understand you really like it, but there's like, I could talk about it scientifically. It wouldn't really help much, would it? Is there anything here I've not like checked out? Poor Miss Eldon. Stan's been standing here since this whole thing started.
No one looks at home here in the park now. I think it should be made into a playhouse for the children.
I don't think he would like that. I think his owner would disagree. Yeah, that is true. Well, we already checked that. I guess the policeman here is something. A man I can put in place with the body. I think I've seen him by the police station. How the hell did he manage to rung that thing over from the police station to here? It basically had a stone base. It must be heavy as hell. The way he's forced to look at the ground now, day in and day out. It's kind of sad. Okay, fair enough. That's the knife. Knife is sticking straight out of the ground. Remember what Weasley Stickler said in the trial today? Wookie was very likely pointing this at the victim.
Like he wanted to kill him.
Yeah, that's the problem. Anything more in the trash can? The trash can sits next to the path here.
And I guess now we know it was Mr. Stickler who hid Little Plum's bloomers here, huh?
That's right, Trucy. A lot of a web of lies grew from that one little act.
I can still remember that moment. We bandaged those bloomers on high and shouted objection.
Jesus. Here's what I want you to do, Trucy. Take that moment, gently lock it away deep in your heart and never speak of it. Fair enough. Is there anything else we can check here? River, apparently. Benches line the river running through the park.
Ah, little urban oasis. I bet children come here to splash around in the water.
That river is a little deep from splashing and a little dirty.
Wait, they could listen to the water and pretend they were playing.
Fair enough. Sometimes it's just nice to sit there and listen to the water and stuff. Okay, there's nothing here. Okay, another shoe print. Mind if we give it another shot? I think we're beginning to appreciate the wonders of what the... Yeah, I know. So we tried the blue one, was the test. And that was Walkie. The green one should be Stickler or Sickler. The red one is the one we don't know. Okay, so let's just take these. So we have something. So we're gonna just pour. That was a big ass splash.
Next, to dry the plaster.
Yeah, we're just gonna whee. And over here as well. The funny part is it's probably just gonna stick together because of like it. Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's a good one. Next to the ink.
Rolling. Oop, there we go. Not the most difficult task, it's just up and down. Right, now the moment you will be waiting for. Let's take our print. It must be difficult with those two being separated. If you don't have them the right, like, size. Huh? Is that a nail? It should be this guy, yeah. That's such a weird print. It's like he's like walked on a nail and it's just stuck there. So, well, he was there, so that's true. This confirms his testimony, the final version of it at least. Now we know where the panty snatcher was standing. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. We still had this to talk about, even though... This print is so far too smooth to be... Oh, this print is too smooth to be from a regular shoe. It has a shoe print of some kind of tough... Print of some kind, though. That's certain. Still, you have to wonder what it's doing here. It's right next to the Elder's noodle stand. It does make one wonder. Hey, you. Yes? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? You wouldn't happen to have something in mind? Something that might have left this mysterious shoe print? I'm pretty sure I've seen something like that would leave a print like that. You know, I think I have a culprit right here, yeah. Okay, so apparently I didn't do this part. Well, I think it's these slippers, actually. Slippers? What would slippers be doing out here? But look at the bottom, see? It's covered in paint, except for... See, right here. Hey, that's a spot... That spot is shaped like a leaf. What if a leaf was stuck on the bottom and came off when the slippers stepped in paint? Makes sense, doesn't it? Wait, something's written on them. Miraculous Clinic. I know, I have been trying to read that as a clue and everyone just says, oh, there's nothing there. Exactly, the victim's clinic. Wait, that means that someone from the clinic was involved. Well, technically the doctor, but I don't think he had slippers from his own hospital. Okay, seriously, what are you munching on? I kind of want some. It's like that. Is that like peanuts in like chocolate, or is that like... I don't know, cheese puffs in chocolate, because give me. Detective Sky, I have a favor to ask. Huh? What? Can you get us access to the Miraculous Clinic? The police won't let us in. They say the murder and the clinic are not connected. And it's off limits until we prove they are. I should be able to do something for you, yes. Huh? Really? Well, you did my work for me here with some shoe prints. Seems like you should return the favor. Oh, thank you, Detective Sky. Here, show this to police officer on duty. Well, thank you. Right, Miraculous Clinic. Here comes justice. Ah, finally. I was wondering how to get there, so apparently the only thing I forgot was to talk to her thoroughly. Oh, wait a second. I went to the wrong place. It doesn't call Miraculous Clinic, it's called Eldon's Home. There we go, because it's just by the side. Ah, you two again. Well, no, when will you learn? Look at me however you want, you're not getting in today. I wouldn't be so sure of it, if I were you. Look what we have. What's this? Detective Sky? Yesterday was Prosecutor Gavin, today's Detective Sky. So who are you two, really? I was suspicious again. Well, you got the orders. Gonna let you in. Have fun. Thank you, officer. Let's hit it, Apollo. Okay, fair enough. Move. Inside the clinic. Here we go. Finally. Yeah, there we have the slippers at least. And heels. Miraculous Clinic reception. Please, Gib. Kind of an at-a-home sort of place, isn't it? Yo, heyo, why is Eldon's shit in here? This place has a connection to the murder in the park. I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were on a table just in front of her. No, they're on the floor. Is that a piranha in the tank? Oh, fair enough. Police guy out front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being the victims live. Looks like the police team's gone home for the day. There might be some clues lying around. Let's get cracking, Apollo. I found, well, I don't know about these. They could be, but also not. Also, it's asking me to be quiet, please. I am not going to be quiet. But first of all, there's a lot of noodle shit.
Look at all those bowls.
They're from the Eldon's noodles. There's Mr. Salty.
And I think we figured out something out.
I think we have.
Mr. Eldon must do a takeout.
Exactly what I was thinking.
All the bowls have been washed clean.
I think we found our first clue, Tracy.
A single pair of sandals here.
Wait, would there be sandals here? Unless they won't belong to one of the patients.
Maybe it's a visitor that's come to see Dr. Maractus.
I think they use his house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if this patient or visitor is still here,
why they leave without their shoes?
I'll take a closer look at these just in case. Huh. Okay, I am getting a feeling I just found the shoes that has the footprints. I'm gonna go and check that out just in case. Oh, hold on. I just found a big ass toe print.
Hey, Apollo. You think this is...
This could be a toe print. Maybe we can get a print of this.
Let's try it out.
Okay. There we go. Well, I think so. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe.
Oh, wait. I mean, it's great that we got the print. But is there such a thing as a list of toe prints?
Good point. If there is, this guy didn't give it to us. Which means we can't match this print.
Is it like a good time to ask detectives advice?
Yeah, good idea. Oh, right. That's because we're gonna basically talk about, like, if we have shoes to pair, just check them out.
These are the slippers for the patients at the clinic.
Same as the pair we found, of course.
Look, a single pair is missing from the rack here, too. And they also have paint on the bottoms, which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder.
Right. The paint from the hit and run, after all. So what were a pair of clinic slippers doing in trash can? What were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? Probably someone was smart enough to, if someone found their shoe print, they would be found. So they basically took off their shoes and left with just the slippers. The only issue is they couldn't get back their shoes. Okay, well, there doesn't seem to be too much here. I might have missed something, but right now we have the most important thing, which is another pair of shoes. So we're gonna go here. And we're gonna go here.
Oh, I know that face. That's the face of someone who made a discovery. Hey, how did you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like her smug face. It's way too much smug.
Necessitate the sky to help us, Apollo.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to do here. First of all, these.
Yeah, the slippers.
There's quite a clear print there. Toe print.
Too bad we don't have those know whose toes it is.
Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is. What? Oh, only so much. Alright, so if the prints match, you know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? Probably. I think I just might, actually.
Really?
I begin to suspect something here. Look at this guy. Can you compare these samples with this print? And this one. Hold on. Kinda funny. I made myself a drink before I started streaming. And I realized I have lime water. And it's better for me to drink lime water in a situation like this. This pair of sandals, toe print and all.
Oh, the print of these is nice and clean too.
That makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us?
Of course, hang on. Bingo. Gosh, I'm good.
Hey, we were the ones who found the prints.
A perfect match. The same person wore these sandals and slippers.
was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or do you already know? I can't say. Not yet. I think it might be the one who hired us. Basically, Alita? Because I don't think she has the feet, unfortunately, with those kind of shoes. She seems to be the one that actually is wearing shoes like that. Well, that's one big step closer to the truth. Okay, so I guess we're done here. Well, he's not still here, so that doesn't really do much. Okay, now I'm just gonna find out what to do more. I can probably talk to someone. He looks drunk when he looks like that. I don't know why. Okay, well, nothing here really, so let's just not care about. Oh, hold on. I think I might know who knows whose shoes it is. Hold on, is this... Oh, that was the wrong button. There we go. Is he still here? Cause he could fuck. I was about to say fuck, and yes, he could fuck. Well, the time of the decision is upon us. Which one of our two jailbirds do we want to talk to? Excuse me. Both detainees are currently questioning to corroborate their accounts. Mr. Sickler and Wookie. Oh, Mr. Sickler and Wookie, both of them. Repeated the questionnaire. I guess we'll be back then. Bollocks. Okay, that my thought was to give him the shoes and check, do they smell like Alita's? But no. Unfortunately, that does not work. So we've been here. We have been here. Let's go back here and see if there is anything we missed. There might be. Definitely something. But just in case. Examine. Because we have the bowls. We have that. Look, this was his doctor's office. I think it's the victim's private office. It's not locked. Too bad. Why too bad? I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Like those little bike locks. Don't even bother putting them on when I'm around. That's probably not a hobby you want to tell too many people about. Huh? Apollo, that sound. It came from behind this door. Someone's in there? I love that just being here while being walking back and forth. Let's check it out. Let's check it out, Trucy. Break in? They left through the window. Wait, Apollo! You're too late to catch them now. That must be an experience as a panty snatcher chaser talking. Well, we should tell the police. Let's check the room out first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance. Right. You're just better at this than I am. Well, one thing is for certain. This clinic and our murderer case are looking pretty related now. Okay, so... First of all, they came in through the door. Second of all, being someone that basically just like... checking behind the plant, just spilling everything, throwing everything on the floor. For some reason, the lamp is neatly put on the ground. What the hell do you have it? What sort of eldritch horror do you have here? Wait, are those fishes? No, I'm not lying. I don't know what this is. Some of these looks like coral reefs. But if they aren't like fishes and coral reefs, I'm pretty certain they are some sort of like abominable being. Okay, first check this thing, because... First of all... everything here is a mess. Messy, messy, messy. This is neatly put down. Why? Kind of expensive looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bolt's broken. Broken? Has it been burned out? No, our cat burglar must have dropped it. But why is it standing up on the floor like that then? Hey, look at the cord. There's a red splotch on the part of the cord. You think that's blood?
It's a little bright for blood, almost pinky. Which is definitely all about the lamp for sure. Yeah, I know there. That's why I checked it. Hold on, what sort of red splooch? The lamp. Oh yeah, there. Wait, what is that actually? Who the hell took a taste on the cord? This cord runs to the lamp. It has red stain on it. I don't wonder what left that stain. Wait, I know. Maybe it was left by the red marker. Like they were trying to write their name and slipped. Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord? You think that is strange? I used to write my name on my magic ropes. You think that is strange? What I think is strange is how the hell did they manage to get a goddamn kiss mark on a lamp cord? Like, why were they tasting a lamp cord? I am utterly confused about that. I'm more confused about that than anything else. The bulb is broken. Don't turn on. Oh, how is it broken? Don't touch that, you'll cut yourself. Yeah, I know actually the fact. I've tried to make one of those like self-glowing light bulbs by basically taking off the metal part and just having like a little battery and an LED lamp inside. Yeah, I cracked it in my hand. Luckily, nothing happened on my hand. It was basically just, it was just cracking, falling to the desk. Not really much cuts. Yeah, fool me once, shame. My finger. You're bleeding. Let me see that. Wait. Magic blood. Gotcha. Please don't do that again. I have enough to worry about without my coworkers injuring themselves on their evidence. Fair enough. Like, seriously, I would also be worried. Okay, could you like to unlock shit? Unlock that thing. Oh, what a cute little save. It's like a 4-digit lock. 7-9, huh? Hold on, I have a paper strip here. Why I have a paper strip is because I wrote down like the value of some cards I have because I didn't really have much other things to do. 79, huh? Dirt. Someone's already entered 2 numbers, Apollo. 7-9. Wait, do you think the burglar just now was trying to open it? I think I read the right goddamn voice. Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers? Well, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court record. No, it can help us figure out the last 2 numbers. I think so. Well, I have an idea. I knew it. What is it? All I know is the button has been pressed. Bam. When you press the button, when you press the button, you have to touch them. With your finger, right? It would leave a print. When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? Well, if you're not a cat burglar, then you basically just press everything and hope for the best. Or you know the code, depending on. So if we can find the buttons with the fingerprints, we'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo. And dusty. Dust. I am dusting everywhere. God, I'm making a snow landscape right now. I am gonna make a snowman. Two and 5. Look, you can see the oily finger residue clearly. Look, at 7-9. These are glove marks, and the burglar must have been wearing gloves. Well, might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open the safe. Let's try it out. Yeah, thought so. It was 79, right? And not 97. There we go. Also, I wrote it down. I forgot I wrote it down. Whoa, the hell? There is a bullet in there. It open. Excuse me.
Sir, this looks like a bullet hole. I can still see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of the safe? Hey, the bullet came out. Tip is all squished. Yeah, no shit. It was shooting from inside a safe. Surprising given that it was fired into a metal. Yeah, exactly. Let's got the story behind it, I'm that for sure. That is strange. This looks like a medical chart. There's an x-ray in here with it. An x-ray, huh? Can make heads or tails of it. I can't read the chart either, it's all medical speak. But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient, it says Wookie Kidaki. So is Wookie or Klein chart? This is Wookie or Klein chart, huh? What would this one chart be in here in this safe? Let's see. Physician signature says Palmerakis. Huh? What is it, Apollo? Look here where it says who filled the chart. Let's see. Nurse Alita Tiala. Alita Tialita is Wookie's fiance. That's one Ita too many, Apollo. But never mind that. What's her name doing here? How should I know? Though I guess it means she's on staff at this clinic. I thought or does she manage to neglect to mention this before? I don't know if I do the right voices on them. For some reason, I don't read who is actually talking. I'm sure she had her reasons. So Lita Tiala worked at the Merakis clinic, and she had access to Wookie's Kitaki's medical chart. You got the I and Y wrong, Apollo. I'd be very interested to find out what this chart says. You could help us decipher this. Oh, now we're gonna speak with the doctor. Just checking out a bit more here. The window says jar. That must be our burglar escaped. I wonder who it was. It was just a burglar who happened to be here. Yeah, but there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back next day at least. I'd give it a month myself. Whoever broke obviously needed to break in today. Books and papers are scattered around the room. Wow, what a mess. This is worse than Daddy's room. Burglar must have left in a hurry. Even the cup on the desk here is laying on its side. That juice spilled out of the cup. It's dry. So, the messy one wasn't our burglar just now. Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left it. Could it be that the guy has been dead since like a long time ago? No, that cannot be it. Right? Could it be that this was the bullet that shot him? I don't think it is, but it would be hella interesting if it was. Wow, it's all mushed. And one stuff safe. No, it kinda looks yummy. Huh? Like ice cream. Caramel. You certainly have an active imagination, Trucy. Yeah, that's a bullet. Okay, yeah, okay, so I don't think there's so much we can check. It's like a mess and everything. That's all. The spotted plant has seen better days. Doesn't make sense either. What doesn't? Normal burglars are looking for valuables, right? That's true. That's what I would do if I were a burglar. So why look under a potted plant? Maybe they were looking for the key for the safe. I heard of people putting their house keys on the plants, but key to a safe? Then maybe the burglar was looking for the house keys. It's getting nowhere fast. Yeah, that kind of went somewhere. Okay, what are these? Whoa, what are those? Wall is covered with speakers. Something's moving inside that one. You look, Apollo. Hey, you look yourself. You can't. Oh, it's a goldfish. They are fish. They are reefs. Okay. Wow, they're all fish. So many kinds. Whoever designed this had a sick sense of humor. Kinda, because sure, these looks like reef, but some of these were like, are they really reefs? Kinda looks weird as hell. I wouldn't like, I would probably find some of stuff like that in like some sort of, I don't know, eldritch horror shit. Yo, Eldon, are you... Shit. Okay, let's go and talk with Sky, I guess? Oh, right, it was my frame rate shit. I thought first the game had freaked out. That was just my frame rate thing that happens now and then. Yo, Sky. Do you know anything about this? My name is Sky. I was wondering about this. Trucy, wait. What? What? Vital evidence there. You can't show her that. That's a secret weapon in tomorrow's trial for sure. Oh, clever, Apollo. What did I tell you before? If you're going to talk behind someone's back, do it quietly. Okay, so you're not gonna even talk about that. Fair enough. I think I know who to talk about, I'll talk with. But unfortunately, he's not there. Okay, I'm gonna just go in and check if something has like... no, well, not changed, but like if I missed anything. No. 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 Okay. I have spotted this place clean. The only thing I know is I'm gonna talk to a doctor. The problem is I only know of one doctor. Clinic reception's desk. No one's here, of course. There's a small sign on the counter. Please pay your bill. Remember, we're the ones holding the scalpel. Jesus. Brutal, but effective. Fair enough. Guess there isn't really much more other than that thing. Plate on this door reads doctor's office. That was pretty intense, wasn't it? If we'd gone in there 1 second earlier, we might have met the burglar. But Apollo, what would have said if we did see them? We can't exactly shout, "Hey, who are you?" It does like a certain punch. Let's think of something cool to say next time we do meet a burglar. Hey, you are very efficient of thinking we might meet one again. Okay, so... Don't really know who should we to talk to. There's no one there. I don't think there's anyone here. Nope. Okay. Well, quiet it became. There we go. I was so confused first. Oh, shit, he's gone. Okay, so we don't need to go there now. Perhaps the questioning is over. We did find some evidence. Let's go and check. Great, something's going on. Oh god. Don't cry, Angel. Dad is back, and Dad is... Oh, you again. You always have to announce your entrance like that. Man, my old man, Man, I'm all funk, and it's all his fault. Yeah, I can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson and failed, clearly. You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. Oh, so I don't care if you lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. Yo, you sniff these shoes and check if they're Alita's? I would definitely help us. Probably not you, but it's gonna help me. Okay, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who brought them for her. For Miss Tiara? Yeah, a birthday present. She got mad little feet. You got mad little feet. Mad? Cute man. Mad little feet. So, these sandals are hers? Yeah, I kinda had a feeling. Some with the funky vibes.
Ah, fair enough. Um. Okay. Hey, that's right, Wookie. It's yours. Hey, look. I don't smoke nothing. I'll live long, right? I don't think he gets it, Apollo. Take a closer look. Here in particular, where it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala. Huh? Dolores always. You Dolores, do your homework. So, you met Miss Tiala when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic. So, you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine, I'll tell you. Have we met if we want? If you want to know that bad? Yeah, I'd rather actually want to, sure. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure. Jesus. No one should be ready to die or anything, to be honest. They came in and got me, hauled me off to the docks. The Miraculous Clinic. That's where I met her, a fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala? She was scared of me at first, turns out. But, you know what they say, the bad guy always gets the ladies. I can't really answer that. Right. You was done with that clinic anyhow. I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Great gangster style. That's what she said. What did she say? Come on, give it some thought. She said it real quiet like on the down low. Know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you marry me. So that was the proposal. Know it? Out of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the job was done and we were out of there. See you later, bye. About that OP. Yeah, it goes so well after all did it. Now I had the report, now it's still in me. So, I'm guessing that she wants to marry him before he dies and she gets like the family fortune or something. This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said? Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G? You know what I'm saying? Good God, I really don't like this guy. But did you learn about the bullet at that checkup? Yeah, that's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I gotta get that cap pulled after I got my revenge. Yeah, still living large now, aren't I? Incidentally, you had ever had a health checkup before? Nah, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we're all gonna get checkups. As he's getting old. Older, I mean. Well, that's something, yes. Ah, my old man is whack. Disappointing, that's what it is. I heard he wants to leave the mob. Over my dead body. I spent my life trying to keep it real. Being an OG and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft. Fine, let him. I'll just leave him. Just leave me out of it. The day I get out of the clinic, that's the day Alita and I started the next generation of the Kitaki family. Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail for my sake. A clink, not clinic. Hey man, you won't see me bugging about one or two guilty charges. But what if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience, feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. And give it a death penalty, do they? You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. Well, we have learned some shit, and you are absolutely unuseful. Let's see if we can do something else rather than talking to him. Oh, yo, Eldon, are you back? We kinda want to ask him shit. It's Eldon. We've been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Trucido? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice. Suppose he is a doctor still. Mr. Eldon, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. Just thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Eldon. Oh, that's interesting. So we both like to be doctor and a noodle stand owner. Mr. Eldon, could you take a look at this? Yeah, mellow old short. Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. Why does it silence me, Mr. Eldon? What is going on here? That's what we want to know. That short belongs to my client. He's on trial on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. You forgot to see. All about dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Oh, shit, it actually was noodles. Holy fuck. I'm not gonna lie, I thought like, oh, his hair looks like noodles. No, they are noodles. Holy shit, it changed. Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. No way, it's like he's a completely different person. Wookie's charts, can you tell us about it? Well, according to this chart, it's Wookie's Kitaki's fella not doing so well. He's got a bullet right up the side of his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. You know, the worst operation's already finished. You can still see that bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I could think of it was too tricky to operate on. What? A bullet snug as a bug next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap metal is just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 12 millimeters to either side, and it'd been some serious bleeding going on there. Something your average doc eager to fiddle with. You mean? It's like a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. Take a magician. I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. Haven't learned bullets yet. Cause with the heart pumping and lungs working, that's bullets on the move. I give him another half a year, tops. But Wookie's operation was already half a year ago. That's what I'm saying, you're out of time. This kid should be on trial, should be on the operating table. Great, just great. How could Dr. Meraktis do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there? I got a pretty good idea of how he felt. An emergency operation, he got the kid's chest open on the table, and he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucidol. Cold despair. Despair? Well, the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. Wasn't exactly in the situation of admitting he couldn't take it out. The Kitakis? You bet. His kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation and Wook is back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart's hemorrhage and he drops cold. How awful. Now which doctor would they take him to? Meraktis. Got enough ties to them, he can probably cover up the truth of what happened. That's just horrible. They left Wookie to die. And there's a darkness in this world, Trucidor, waiting. Hungry for noodles. Compared to it, these gangs turf are like kids' games. It's got real evil. Well, it doesn't matter if you're weak or strong. Tell you the same. You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldon? You could operate on Wookie, could you? I wish. What? Afraid there ain't nobody in the country I could do. I could. Maybe not even in the world. So, Wookie is real lucky to be alive even now. No. There's one problem. Apollo? This chart. Look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala. That's right. This operation was how they met. Yeah, the problem is she knew. She knew about Wookie's condition, guaranteed. Ah. Why didn't you ever tell him? Doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was there's danger, I think she wanted to get a second operation before getting engaged. I did tell you before, she wanted him dead. What was she thinking, Apollo? What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? Basically, easy money. I married him, he dies, I get the money, whoopa. And that's about it, basically. Alright, I forgot it does that weird ass sound whenever it like tries to load and save at the same time. Yeah, we're gonna continue to the next chapter. I still have about 2 hours left? No, 1 hour left. No, 2. 2 hours left. Me and math sometimes. Buh. Just buh. What am I actually looking for? Oh, I am looking at the wrong thing. Trying to figure out some stuff. What am I looking for? Oh, right, now I know what I'm looking for. Hold on. Just kind of curious about something. Oh, good, I cannot hear myself. Brilliant. I don't hate my voice. Just don't like to listen to myself.
This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep?
Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so.
Oh, what time did you wake up?
3 a.m.
That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat. He's looking at you, kid.
That voice. Yeah. Any sleep? Mr. Riot. I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I sat myself out early today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indocene past that joint seem almost fun.
Daddy, do you know who the prosecutor Gavin's witness is today?
Take a guess.
How about Little Plum?
Ah, that's Sherman tank of a mom. Oh, guess again.
That's too bad, you know. Speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mom one of these days, Daddy.
Jesus. Straight to the point. Oh, I think he has one in mind. That's kind of interesting. We haven't seen her since like the first 3 games. I don't think you see her ever in the other games. I'm talking about Maya. I don't think we ever see Maya until like the end of like the 3rd of these games. Or we barely see her. It's barely morning and you're at it already, Trucy. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, that's right. Do you know the prosecution's witnesses? Alita Tiala, client's fiance. She's going to be a witness.
But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiance?
Well, you have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that's much is clear.
Well, not to worry. I have my panties back. Okay. If we can't find the killer, I'll pull one out of there.
Okay, yeah, okay. I kind of like I know some people doesn't like her as like the assistant in these games, and some doesn't like Maya, or some doesn't even like the assistant. I kind of like her just because she's hella unhinged. She's unhinged in a hinged way. She's like half unhinged. She's just barely hanging. The court is now in session for the trial of Wukiti Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up and is sold out house. Very well, time to recap. While yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party.
Guilty of panty snatching?
We did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Head Judge. And today, I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at the horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The acquisition of the murder weapon. The preparation for the act. A poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed? His fiancé, Head Judge. His partner for life with no chance for parole. Oh, his fiancé for life with no chance of parole. I just went like, what the hell does he mean? Like, then it was like, oh, right. That took a second for me to understand. Very well, you may show the lucky lady the stand. Okay, now I want to know how she's gonna change, because something I really like in these games is when they base you just 180. Most of the time they do. Your name and occupation, Fräulein? Alita Tiala. My occupation is future wife. Our traditional values. I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded underwater. What sort of wife did I even have? She's amazing. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution. To be honest, I didn't know what to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth. Honestly, another admirable trait. Fräulein, it's true that on the day of the crime, the defendant Wookie Kitaki confessed his plans for murder. Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. I'm trying to see if I can change the judge's voices for me a bit, just like so it doesn't like hurt my throat so much. It was the day that the family health checkup result came back. When Wookie found out that Dr. Meraktis had lied, he flew into rage. I'll teach him, he said. Took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. Just don't see how anyone but Wookie could have done it. Oh, so the pistol belonged to the Kitaki family then? Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion, on charge of the possession of illegal firearms. Yeah, the bullet that took the victim's life was it? Fired from the defendant's... from the pistol the defendant procured. Yes, this has been proved. How can you prove something like that? Bullets carry mark from the barrel that fires them, called rifling marks. Rifling marks? Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint, left on every bullet it fires. And when did you first hear about Wookie's plans? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. She is a hell of a liar. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. It's the day of the family. Oh yeah, we already did this. When Wookie found out that the Meraktis lied, he flew into rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Wookie could have done it. Well, first of all, I was about to show some things. Not show, but look through them. It might be a good idea to press first. Always try to press first, because you might unlock something. That was the day of the murder, correct? Yes, everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. And we can look at his face when looked at his face went so pale. But of course, he had just found out he had a bullet in his chest. So you were there at the time? Yes. Poor Wookie. Bet she knew about it. That must have been quite frightening. He was furious. He ripped his report up in shreds. Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome, sure, but I perform without complaint. Wookie at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute. Great, now he sounds like a psychopath. Brilliant! So, is it easy to take a pistol out of the house? Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access, but Wookie's a special case, being next in line. Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah? Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthday. Last year, it was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone. Yo, not gonna lie, give me a chocolate gravestone on Halloween. That's kinda tricky, okay. That has taste for sweets and danger. Yeah, the point here being that Wookie had access to a pistol. Fair or square? What happened? Meaning the murder? I tried to stop him, I really did. Wookie wouldn't listen. Our defender was nothing to the, if not determined, it seems. The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss. I just don't see how anyone but Wookie could have done it. How can you say that for certain? How? Her forehead. You will refrain from badgering the Fraulein. It was the defendant, Wookie was it, who took the pistol from his house. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So how could anyone else have used a pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to regard this point? Could someone else have used a pistol? There was another. Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol. What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person that had access was. I'm gonna try with her. Well, of course, I mean, you, Miss Tiala. Me? But why? You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning. Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? Now on her own behalf, because she wants the money. I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this... Yeah, it does seem a bit, well, unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure. But I think I would hesitate at murder. I hope you'd be doing more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? And connection between the witness and the victim? We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here? You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe. I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim. Bam! This thing. That looks like a medical chart. Found inside the safe at the Miraculous Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Tiala? Whatever. Why is your name on this chart? Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? Whoa, heard the manners changed. I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. Our warm little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. Whoa, what was that for change? Holy, it was boring, so I quit. Whoa, yeah, she has some issues here. That's all. Is there a problem with that? Miss Tiala, you testified you had no connection with the victim.
And I don't now. No. I quit half a year ago, didn't I? There's no connection. Let me guess. You're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right? Could you stop doing the bombastic side-eye shit?
But that's not true at all. Why, I embrace the one I love.
Why is that the thing it allows me to say before it stops me? There is no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law. Doesn't fly. This one tough enough. It's kind of true. Like, oh yeah, I used to know him, but not any longer. It's like, mate, you could have a grudge for him for at least 3 years, and just kill him now. That doesn't mean like, oh, I just knew him 3 years ago. Still might have a grudge. Probably felt right at home with the Kitakis. You left your job at the Maractus clinic, true, but you remained connected somehow.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Shows evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus clinic.
Bit uncertain, actually. Not this. Not that. These, I guess.
Well, I suppose I could see.
I think I fucked up, actually. Her forehead, this trial you think you've found it, doesn't lead to the truth. Nor to a long career in the legal profession, yeah? Gee, thanks. Perhaps you will allow me to do the honors.
Oh, why not? Might be nice for a change.
Could you stop doing this? Yeah, I fucked up. I know. Well, I guess it's the shoes, because the shoes technically comes first. Yep. Yeah, because we found her shoes there. There we go. I did the wrong order. For me, it was like, oh, here. That is connected to here. But no, we're supposed to find that, then that. These sandals were found in the Maractus clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? How the hell did you forget to get them? Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals. So sorry, Fräulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you. Well, what's with you? I thought you were on my side. Perhaps you're unaware that the toes leave toe prints. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Well, no. Now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Wookie back on the straight and narrow.
There's core things you need to worry less about Wookie and more about yourself. Sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story.
Your sandals were found in the entrance of the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's a little point in denying it.
Very well. The witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to Maractus clinic that day?
I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. I want to warn him after all. After all, I knew Wookie had a pistol. The doctor always said was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistakes. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend. You said it was boring and you quit just because of that.
By mistakes, you mean? The mistakes we heard about from the defendant. The botched operation.
He was a timid, small man, and I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know.
That would make sense.
Yes, but there's still one thing which does not.
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore those sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them. I would worn them home.
I would have worn those sandals home too. It's a nice pair. Probably gonna get myself some later on. So, why were these sandals left behind? He pointed out the contradiction before me. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss TL? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake. Is he trying to help us now or something? I don't get this guy really.
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, it's nothing. There is, after all, no other explanation. Yeah? Forehead?
What the? Not fair. He's filling the holes in her testimony.
The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Okay, so not another pair. I go to clinic that day, the first in a half a year since I quit in January. I want to warn him after all, and he had a pistol. The doctor always was a timid man. That made a mistake. What else would have a gun? I'm hiding not any dark secret. I want to tell him to be careful as an old friend. Okay, so let's just press a bit first. I need to talk more about the shoes, like why they were left. Around what time did you go to the clinic? I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think. And what was the first time you had contact with Dr. McCavin and Dr. Miyakis in half a year? Of course it was. It wasn't that kind of boss you made friends with.
So why did you go to the clinic that day?
Did you want Miss Dr. Meraktis to run away? Well, after I failed to stop Wookiee, I thought that was the only way to avoid the problem.
Couldn't you have called? Why go in person?
I called several times that evening, but no one was in.
The victim was busy driving home until 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by this mirror yesterday, yeah?
I thought if I warned him, he would have run away for sure. Knowing the doctor.
You mean the act of the malpractice on Wookiee, correct?
If he had just told Wookiee the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
True, that operation was the start of this whole affair.
No, of course. If I told him, it might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier.
A disturbing thought. We know that the Meraktis clinic had ties with the Kitaki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police even if he wanted to.
That's why I knew I had to warn him.
No dark secrets, huh?
What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing.
He's hiding something, I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it too.
You're free to think whatever you like. I went to a clinic with only one thought in mind.
But then you're betraying Wookiee, wouldn't you?
No, I did it for him, for us.
She wanted to warn him, so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime, yeah?
I didn't want them to take my Wookiee away.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast. Okay, so the only thing I feel is a reaction to everything here is this. You know what? Why not try this thing? Because she wanted to go inside the safe. It might be because of this. Or this. But we already know. Yo! Hi, Leord! I do hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. And yes, I'm gonna take a sip. I have some lemon water here. No, lime water. Because, well, doing voices is not the easiest. But yo, I do hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Yes, absolutely. What would be the dark secret? I think this is a dark secret because we already showed her this, and that's not really her dark secret. We know these are connected with these, but it's not really a dark secret either. Yo, Gabby, welcome as well. I hope you also have a good Tuesday. I only just woke up, but so far, yeah, it's a good Tuesday. Ooh, you only woke up. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh wait, if you only woke, wait, is it morning for you then? I'm a bit certain of what time zone it is or what time it is, because you used to stream around when it is like 8, 9 for me. So if that is morning for you, that basically means you were doing morning streams or day streams. No, it just kind of sick and slept in. Oh, fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. But I'm guessing this. But yeah, how are you doing, Gandhi? I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. I'm fine. I have been helping out, buying some groceries today, and then mostly editing some videos. I do have 3 shorts on the announcement channel on my Discord. On my Discord server. Because I uploaded one of them to TikTok, and it was cut and taken down just because of the hub intro. So I have 2 extras, but I want to like see what people think of them. But yes, I hope you feel better soon, Leo. Yes. I hope the sickness disappears. I'm gonna take this one. No, I'm gonna lose up health. I know that because the health bar is still there. I got a good Tuesday though. I've just been really tired all day, physically and mentally. The hub intro. Yeah, I call it the hub intro. What else am I gonna call it right now for safety reason? Okay. As I'm moving about, I'm feeling better. Well, that's good. Yeah, I fucked that one up. What is her dark secret? Yeah, this one was not that well. God damn it. Yeah. I'm more of a person that if I lay down, I feel better. If I start moving around, it feels worse. What is your dark secret? It cannot be this. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. Okay, I'm gonna do something first. Hold on here. Let me do the normal thing and saving just in case. Because I might just fuck things up here. Okay, I'm gonna do this one again. Okay, there was that one. We technically already talked about this one. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Yes. What would this chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Mind filling me in. Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. So this was still... Why did we only talk about her name and not the whole thing? That just made me confused about using the same sort of thing again. Bad. And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filled this chart was you. Means you knew about Wookie's failed operation. Interesting. Oh, the plot thickens here. You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kind of makes it hard to claim no connection, does it? You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the charge content. The charge business seem to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. Oh. You're lying. His bracelet. My bracelet's acting again. What is it, Apollo? I felt my bracelet tighten right now. Your bracelet? Just like yesterday. Like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away. But I can't see anything, Apollo. Huh? Then what's my bracelet reacting to? Wait, maybe. Yes! That has to be it. What has to be it? Your sense, Apollo. It must be sharper than mine. I
I can't see it, but you can sense it. I don't know what about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. It's kind of interesting. More or less everyone in this guy is like in Mr. Right like line of work has some sort of special power. Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony. We don't know what her nervous habit is. And what do we do? You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo. With your eyes and your senses. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down the testimony. I want to go to the clinic now for a half-year-old shot. Perceive! She's talking. Oh, wait, hold on. Here again. Yeah, there. Gotcha! She's fiddling with her ring. Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. What? She was unsure, I saw it. Now. That's the key word. Because basically we were about to meet her in the clinic. The chart wasn't a part of your past. It was clear and present threat. That's ridiculous. Why if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. Got on the ropes now, I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow with evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use of trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. Yeah, because of these, definitely. Because of what? Wait, hold on here a second. I must be losing my mind here. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. Why would it become a threat now? Result from the checkup performed metallic object. Oh, right, because they did the operation, they failed the operation, hid the secret, then they did a checkup recently. Oh, yeah, now I get it, A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. Because that would basically mean that, oh, I want to marry you. Okay, fair enough. But then under the checkup, they would basically probably find the new report and realize you knew about this. The attackers are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Oh, nothing. Why should I think anything? Well, I wouldn't think you were possibly beside yourself, because you were afraid. You knew that Wookie's chest X-ray could reveal what Wookie's X-ray could reveal. A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free when the chart came back to haunt you. Are you a burb? I just saw feathers. Is she gonna lose her mind? Because that is one of the most funnest things with these games, when you just change 180. What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. So the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She had said no connection to the miraculous clinic, but the connection was deep indeed, a bit too deep. If the Kitakis got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished.
Isn't that right, Miss Tiala?
You guessed it.
Now we just need to push her towards being the murderer. Because we already have... Well, the gun we don't really have. But we do have her footprint there. Order! Order! I did it. I broke her testimony.
Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Eddie was right about you. Wait.
Miss Tiala!
It's true that chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Wookie and went home.
It appears his cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us is clear, yet it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Which, unfortunately, is true. Yeah, very well. The witness will add this to her testimony. And we'll have a bit more cross-examination. Oh, I was so close.
You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo.
Nothing appeared at all. I warned him and left. How did Dr. Mirakis respond to the warning?
Oh, he was quite surprised. Panic even. Wouldn't be scared to learn Kitaki was after them.
Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any mobsters. But we had a little threatening situation just yesterday, right here in the courtroom. Yeah, real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hatster. Where is she even hiding that thing? After which I carried you back to your chambers.
Sounds like the judge had quite a fright.
Nothing happened in Dr. Mirakis' office that day, huh?
But what about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo.
I know, but you can't prove when it happened. Nor that Alita was any involved. The only thing I'm still questioned about is this goddamn lamp. Because for first of all, everything was absolutely moved around. Everything was a mess, like someone has broken in. Someone tried to open the safe, but it failed because we were there too far. This lamp was the only thing standing neatly on the floor. But what is more strangely is who the hell wanted a taste of a lamp cord? Because that there is a lip mark. You see that? Someone just took a goddamn bite out of this thing. Like, who in the world would do such a thing? I can understand if you like fell or something, but that was definitely like a way too like aimed in.
Well, it's try put some evidence up anyway.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
And to figure out what really happened in that clinic fast. Probably to kill him, because if he said anything, she would also be finished. So I'm gonna do... Should I do this? Oh, fuck, let's do this. Ha! You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. What's that?
It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kinda like you, actually.
This bullet was found in the Mirakis Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala. Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic. Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe. Yeah, it was inside the safe.
I guess the police didn't check that far.
Poor man. Like, oh, we checked that area. Well, did you check the goddamn safe? No. But there is a problem. How can you say the bullet was fired on that day? Weren't you the one who explained the rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet matched the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder. Oh, not bad, her forehead. That's kind of true. And that would mean that if he was killed in the park, that everything would just fall, because then he would have died there, or at least got the gun was over there. Buy leave, have this bullet analyzed immediately. Oh, look, this bullet kind of reminds me of my wrinkled forehead. 30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling mouth on both bullets are identical. Fair enough. That was a straight-on forward point. Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position. The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office on that day. At the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart. Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe? Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala. Order, everyone. God damn, why are you allowed? Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Well, to be fair, she has been lying a lot recently. Later, Tiala knew about Wookie Kitaki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as the bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached his destination? What? Well, that reminds me. Apparently, the Kitakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practice. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will. Nefarious. So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on his fortune. Don't. You keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man. Huh? Me? Yeah? You said you abused my Alita. I think you mean accuse. The same difference. Well, you can't have her. She's mine. It was me. I shot that doctor. Me. He left me to die, so I left him to die too. You're in that park. Wookie, just cool down for a... Keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll... probably pass. Oh, she is starting to lose it. Miss Tiala! I'm sorry, it's been so long since I laughed so hard. Something funny. Okay. Wake up and smell reality. Later, baby? The signature on that chart, the engagement. I mean, come on. It's so obvious. Yeah, it was kind of obvious for me. It's like, wait, you knew about the bullet. And directly when you knew about it, you said, marry me. It's like, sure, if it was been like a few weeks after, a month after, yeah. But like, oh, you're about to die, you're rich. Yo, can we just marry? Like, mate, it was like 5 minutes since they had an operation. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself. Later, why did she just felt of like just changing herself? If she just played along, he would still basically be trying to defend her, hindering us from helping him. But for some reason, she decided, oh, no, I'm just gonna be a bitch against him. Yo, honestly, it's like a breath of foul air, Fräulein. Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway. So the family fortune is what you're really after? Oh, that's right. I wanted the money. No way. That's whack. I ain't trying to hear that. Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question? Me? I believe you said you were going to abuse me. Accuse? What crime, may I ask? Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. We could have fired it into the safe and had already left the clinic. What? I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat. Wait, but... what are you talking about? Trucy? You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol now, did I? Well, you could have taken Wookie's. I think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I heard him say was me. I shot him. Fair enough. That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude on this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. What point? Certainly the Fräulein wanted that shot. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe, but then... Wouldn't she have taken the shot? Oh. You see, that shot wouldn't have been left in that safe. That is true, though, in a sense. Something must have happened while it was shot. He's right. Miss Tiala? Yes? It's clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé. Oh, I'm flat. Don't be fucking flattered about that, mate. Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Don't forget, we have proven you were at the Miraculous clinic on the day of the crime. Well, this is getting spicy. I hope the Wookiee guy, wacky Wookiee over there, is just gonna sit there quietly. Because he has been a pain in the ass ever since the beginning. What's kind of fun is I am basically a PNG. What I do, I'm basically stretching my arm, telling him to just be as far as he can. I don't know why I'm acting, no one can really see it. Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak with the doctor. I wanted that shot, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. I don't have proof I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it was matter if Dr. Miraculous was shot in the temple or not. Wait, how the hell do you know he was shot in the temple? Yeah, you were back later. That child was dangerous, you understand. I need to get rid of it. That's why I went that day. Oh, but you couldn't get the shot then, could you? And later that night, Miraculous was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. And his feet with the cups all over the place. Ah, that was you. Yeah, someone was in there. Probably that time when the basically was just kissing the goddamn light bulb. You see what I mean? Mess, mess, mess. By the way, the mess is apparently... Like, the drink there is dry. But like, everything a mess, except for the lamp. And for some reason, the cord was kissed. So, you were the burglar. That was you two? If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the shot. What? That's trespassing! I'm brassing at that. Oh, is this trial for trespassing now? Besides, I can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. God, you're making it so much worse for yourself. Because yes, this trial is not for trespassing. But fuck me, you could have a trial for afterwards with that if you want to. We could definitely give you that for free. They are gangsters, you know. In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination, please just get rid of this woman in front of me. Admitting the little crime to avoiding the big one, eh? Fair enough. It's not a smart idea, but it's an idea, I guess. Okay, so yeah, you went there. I wanted shot, I failed to get it, so I went back to clean it later. In any case, I didn't shoot. You don't even have proof I still have pistol. Do I have proof? And that brass was spotted in the park the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it mattered. Dr. Miraculous was shot. Oh, hold on. I was gonna press on this thing. The doctor was shot in the temple. On the right temple, yes? So it seems. Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer is shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound, it was the right temple. Yes, I heard the testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. No, it wasn't. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. No, that it wasn't. Judge, shut up. It was above. The victim turned his head to look and was shot. But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Our ingracious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. If Mr. Stickler shouted from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple. How does she know about this? Silly attorney. What? Do you remember what you had for breakfast this morning? Do you remember, Trucy? I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. Is that the only thing you have for breakfast? That's not breakfast, that is a drink. But there is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can be only one explanation. The panty guy was mistaken. Why are you saying that? We have proof, mate. But this location was proven. You can't write off as being mistaken. Now why don't you show us a forehead? Show you? Show what? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness panty guy was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? But wait, if the witness was standing there, how can anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us. It is up to the person possessing the shiny forehead to us. If you can, that is. Wookie Kitaki was standing at the killer mark. Weasley Stickler at the witness mark. And of course, Palmeractis at the victim's mark. Oh shit! She shot him through. Okay, hold on. I don't think I have an image of that. Shit. Okay, basically, by the wheel here, there was a footprint here. There was a footprint here, which is basically taken from a shoe, which is here. It has the same toe print as these ones. And we're already proven these are Alita's. Which means that... I don't know why I went here. Which means that if he turned north, his head would be facing this way. Which means that if she... okay. Yeah, if she shot him through, like, here. Through here somewhere. That would work. Because, first of all, we only found about one footprint that I think led out. So I think she either was following him and hiding behind here, or she was hiding inside here. She was inside here, actually, because the bowls and the broth of the noodle was in the clinic, which means that there was much more space in here for her to hide. Why would she hide in here? Why would he drag her there? That does make sense now, but why? Where was the killer standing? Someplace else. As the fact stands now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. Yep, apparently Mr. Justice does. Wait, is there a shot hole, bullet hole in the tarp from here? Hold on. No, it isn't. So I guess like she must have like lifted this up and bam. Let's hear it. Where the park did the killer shoot the victim from? It is time to raise the roof and the stakes. Don't raise the stakes. I hate when you raise the stakes. I'm not allowed to raise your stakes, but for some reason you believe, oh, I can raise your stakes. Fool! Penalties are such a frightening thing, don't you think? But what if they were a bit more terrifying? What are you doing? Oh, like so. A double penalty! A 4 wishes to take is a new direction. They must be ready for the challenges ahead. I'm pretty certain I am right, though. I don't know if I am right, but I'm pretty certain I'm right. Challenge accepted. Are you sure, Apollo? The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If they believe that it... Yeah, I know exactly. There is only one place. Yeah, I know exactly. You don't have to explain it now. I've managed to figure it out. Bam! I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala. What do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. This time, we were prepared. We know that Weasley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Weasley Stickler was standing next to a trash can when he saw the two men. He shouted just as he told us his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. But oh no! Oh, yes. In which direction was right temple facing that moment? That's right. Toward the noodle stand. Yeah, the order, everyone, order! Why can't you ever be quiet in here? So, you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand? Now let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You said the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim Dr. Meractus came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the chart behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. You'd think I'd notice if you were pulling someone along. There is something we should worry about before that. Why was he bullying the noodle stand in the first place? Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone's hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof. Show us evidence but proof someone was in that stand. You want evidence that someone was in that stand? Well, too bad. Well, too bad. Kidding, just kidding. I've got it. You close one. Then let's see it. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. This, I guess? The Maractus Clinic. And they were covered in paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found at the scene, facing outwards, right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. In other words, this is proof you were inside that noodle stand. Yet, there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint, in good faith? Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to a slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on the cobblestone path. Yet, you still cannot say this is a footprint, yeah? Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was the stand and simply fell to the ground? That's just dumb. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with tools of noodles making trade. There's no room for a person to hide in there. You have a point. Yo! Bapples! Welcome to the stream! Speaking of tab, finally caught the stream. Thank you so much! Hold on, speaking of, I forgot to do this before. I am still trying to remember some shit there. First we're gonna do this. Because they are a team member and they are a wonderful person. And then we're gonna do the same here. There we go. Two wonderful beans. Deep Rock Galactic. I've not played in a long while. But yes, welcome. I do hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Could someone have hidden in that stand? Apollo, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be, yeah, basically put away, and they were in the clinic. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have any proof that someone could have hidden in the stand? I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in the stand. Have we had this thing for all this time just to use it now? I'm gonna do this. There we go. Aha. Just because I can. This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldon's noodle stand. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. In the lobby of the Miractis clinic. A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic. Mr. Eldon was very clear about who those bowls. Well, I don't, as I said, I don't really do voices for repeats because goddamn my voice. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. Yet the bowls were removed. That night there was space inside the noodle stand. Space created at the Miractis clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala. Why noodle stand? Why pull the noodle stand? And why... Okay, I don't really understand how that happened. I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines. Yeah, to be honest, I don't really like to listen to Wookie myself, to be honest. I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you are entirely innocent. And show me an innocent. I'll show a fairy tale. In any case, just shut up. The defense has somehow made its point. The witness had both motive and opportunity to kill Dr. Miractis. And more fairy tales. This whole trial is a fairy tale. Oh, then please pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. Why was Dr. Miractis pulling that stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Yeah, that's the question. Why was he? Also, why did you smack the goddamn lamp cord? That night, I went to ask Dr. Miractis for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that shard fall into the Kitaki family's hands. But Dr. Miractis didn't understand. For some reason, he thought that Kitaki... Oh. Thank you for that. Well, try to stop me. I have already learned that whenever someone shouts me out, I am powerless to stop them. I have agreed to this thought. So believe me, you're powerless to stop me as well. Also hard for you too. There we go. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. Nah, because if you did that, the guy probably would have shot it there, but it never went there. You knew about the butched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself. I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brad got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score. I see. Very well, Mr. Justice. Be clear in your cross-examination. I hope it is the last testimony. I either perceive the truth or it's over. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, wait, I can perceive? Oh, well, hold on. You did actually say perceive the truth. Hold on, let me just check every one of these. Ring. Ring. Banana phone. Ah, pass. Well, yes. Oh wait, hold on. She's not even holding the hand like that anymore. Well, stop. Don't need to. No. 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 Huh. Okay. First of all, let's go back. Press. Okay, so I'm allowed to perceive things now. So you did go to steal that chart. Were you listening? I said I asked him for it. The victim was a man in good health. I don't see how she could have preserved him. True. It would have been impossible without a pistol. Objection. Also, hi, Snow. How is it going? It's doing fine. What are you objecting to? Because I'm hoping you're objecting to her. But I'm doing good. I've been just editing some videos today. I have the 3 shorts on my Discord right now. Mostly if people want to vote which one is best, because the first one of them got taken down from TikTok because of the hobby intro. But otherwise I'm fine. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. I hope everyone out there has a wonderful Tuesday. True. It would have been impossible without a pistol. But what if she did have a pistol? I'll admit I wanted a shot. That much is true. My reason was simple. Did we ever forget there is a bullet in there? Did you just forget that for some reason there was 2 shots that day? One inside the clinic and one outside. Doesn't that just mean that someone must have done it? Because he cannot have tried to kill the guy twice. I don't have objection to anything. It was just cozy gameplay. Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. But I still hope you're objecting to her. I just ate, but I dropped my damn Coke on the way, so I was a really bad mood for a bit after that. Fair enough. It's not fun when you basically buy a drink or something for lunch or things like that and just drop it. It just feels like, oh, I wanted to taste that. I did that once with meatballs when I was at work. It was homemade meatballs and I just dropped it. I was basically like, oh shit, I need something to eat, but like, oh, I wanted to eat that. It certainly would have put a damper on your wedding plans, I'd say. Not only that, if the Kitakis had gotten that shot, I'd probably be with Dr. Mirakis now, pulling that great noodle stand in the sky. It seems a witness was in a fix as well. Who would have wanted to die pulling a noodle stand? When I die, it will be by disappearing mysteriously in the middle of the magic act. Could we be a little less morbid, please? So, you see, I need that shot. Yeah, exactly. You would kill for it. Am I supposed to perceive something? Or is it just up there because I'm allowed to now? He didn't understand. He wouldn't listen to a word I was saying. The moment he saw me, he started to tremble. I thought he was sad. I thought, what a sad excuse for a man. Please don't smile like that anymore, it's creepy. It was practically delusional. They sent you. He thought the Kitakis had sent me to get that shot. That makes some sense. You're the son's fiancé. Don't make me laugh. The Kitakis sent me. They don't play that way. If they'd known about that shot, they would have gone in there with guns blazing. But I couldn't convince the trembling doctor otherwise. So I gave up and went home. It was all I did was talk to him. She's lying somewhere. I just don't know what to do about it yet. That really was all that happened. What were all those noodle bowls doing there? How should I know? There weren't any bowls when I went, I know that much. Why don't you let me be and go and look for a killer someplace else, alright? Do I detect uncertainty there? This is my last chance. Okay, so there is an uncertainty somewhere. Hello. I need word from your bracelet. Yeah, actually. Okay, so it's not just it's allowed anytime. There is somewhere here I have to find something. Okay, so let's go and look for the same thing, which is here. Just in case. I might just miss something. Because last time... Okay, it doesn't seem to be anything here. I'm just gonna look for anything here. Might just be a boob twitch, who knows? Hmm. Interesting. Interest. There's somewhere she's lying. I just don't know where. I think it's still like it's a hand twitch, right? There's not like much more that can twitch other than like her eyes. Oh, he thought that the Meractis, no, the Kitakis had sent them. Nothing there either. I'm looking at the hand because that is where it was last time. Nope. Wait. She is scratching. All I did was talk. And lie. What? Show me proof. Pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confident and I give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch. Oop. So her thicky when lying is tugging on her scarf. Oh, look, okay. It's either that or pulling on her ring with her thumb. Because that was why I was looking at her hands, because last time she basically held her right hand behind her left hand. And you noticed that when she was lying, her ring started to like tick back and forth. So she basically was just like pulling on her ring. You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scalp. What? This is working better than I hoped. And apparently this is something not even Trucy knows about. Trucy taught us how to actually do this kind of thing. But apparently not even these things she can sense. That's something he just learned how to unlock of his own. Well, his own and the bracelet, because apparently that sense is put on his bracelet for some reason. Habit and lies, 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth. It says that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? It seems that nervous habits are unconsciously reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. Whoa, what's happening? Whoa, did I just have to load the game or something? That was strange. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the... She is hiding something underneath that scarf. That would... Could it be that she tried to shoot him and he tried to strangle her? Because basically, we have this lamp. A handprint. I don't think a handprint of his hand. I think it's this. It's a guess. Mostly because it might have been that he missed first. Because basically on the cord of this lamp that was neatly put on the floor, while everything else was a mess, there is a lip mark on the cord. Like someone was either taking a bite of it or wanted to marry it. Either one is probably the same sort of reason. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. Okay, I'm gonna just show this thing. Yeah. What's that? You're touching your scarf again. What's that? You're touching your scarf again. I love it. Basically, it's like so unconscious. You don't think about it. It's just like you're touching it again. You're thinking about something. There is something unusual about this lamp. You had an affair with it. The bulb is broken and the red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think you can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp state. Well, spill it out. This talking in circles circle's nonsense is killing me. Very well. The answer is very simple. Miss Alita Tiala, please remove your scarf. Yeah, we don't need to say shit. If she basically has a mark, then she has to show it. Oh. This is a trial to determine what happened in that park. Yeah, we seem to have drift off target. No. True, bruises from a hand would be big and noticed with such a small scarf. Yeah, but basically a cord would basically just be a little ring around. Also, I do love he says, oh, we are talking about the park. We have to go back there. Like, no, we're talking about a murder. The murder could have happened anywhere. We're now going somewhere else. As soon as the witness remove her scarf. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can't order me to... Miss Tiana, I'm afraid you have forgotten what's already been proven. What? You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf. No. Oh, she is about freaking out. I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala? So basically, he basically choked her with the cord. And he thought that she was dead. So he took the noodle stand, hid the body in the noodle stand, and basically dragged her. For some reason, she still had a gun. I don't know why the hell he didn't think about leaving that thing. But she wasn't dead. So while there was a outbreak outside, she just shot him. Your neck. Your neck. That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at Miraculous Clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took. Even if you have to steal your fiance's pistol to do it. But wait. Look at this lamp on the witness' neck. It looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness specifically. You tried to threaten Dr. Miraculous and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Miraculous Clinic. That's why there is a bullet inside the safe, because it was not in the place, it was inside the safe. So basically, while she was strangled, she shot inside the safe. He closed the safe, took her with her, for some reason left her with the gun, and took the noodle stand. That at least explains why he even took the noodle stand. That's what happened that night in the Miraculous Clinic. Go. That is the freak out. Apparently her dress is starting to fly away. Please keep this TOS. No, order, everyone, order. How many times am I supposed to say this to you? Will someone please tell me what really happened? I told you the truth already. I went to a clinic that night to warn Dr. Miraculous. That's a good way of warning. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. It looks like my clinic's seen its last patient. We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe and give it to me. So you can save your own skin. What? I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. I have to see that shot. You're finished. You're leaving me holding this short straw. But if I'm going down, I'll want some company. You. And what happened next? He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Pal Miraculous was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. He must have fucked up at first if he managed to get a lip mark on the cord. I must have blacked out. Oh, like, sure, she's not innocent. But still, he was not really a good person either. So, you were the victim? The red splotch on the cord was your lipstick. I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into the noodle stand? No, you didn't snuck into the noodle stand. He just wanted you out of the clinic. But how could I? Justice, Apollo, don't freak out. It's simple. There are sometimes I am like one step behind in this game, and there's sometimes I'm two steps in front. Yeah, well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus clinic. It would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself. I'm sorry. I get so nervous as I think about it. It's hard to breathe. I told you everything. Can I go home now? You bear some responsibility for that event, that is true. Yet, if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining question for Miss Tiala. When does this happen? Suddenly everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need? Yeah, that's the thing. They basically is like, oh, she was about to be murdered and she was left in the clinic. We just leave it. We still have proof of her toe print on a sandal in the park. She still was there. Sympathy in a courtroom. At best, that comes after, not during a trial. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, basically, to explain for those as it wasn't here before, these slippers, one of those shoe prints on the crime scene in the park had a leaf print and just a sole. And that's when I figured out it was this, because as you see, there is a leaf here. Inside, there are toe prints. Those toe prints goes with these shoes. And these shoes goes with the woman. Which means she was still there at the time. For some reason, everyone in this courtroom has completely forgot about that. Very well. This finishes the cross-examination of this. Wait, who said objection? You are doing guitar. Did you do the objection or did I do the objection? Not so fast. This part is just getting started. Now we're off. What? Those spikes on your head are softer than they look. Or do you have the stomach to go all the way? Yeah, Prosecutor Gavin. This is also kind of fun. He is a prosecutor, but technically she isn't the target. The boyfriend is. So he doesn't really need to give a fuck about her. Pal Maractus was choked and Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next? He's right. There is more we don't know. Yeah, I know already what happened. But she was choked hard enough to leave the mark. She would have been out for a while. Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand? Tiala, half dead, Dr. Maractus pulling that stand. And a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. What if it's all true? Might have already figured out what truly happened that night. Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet. You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You two, Prosecutor Gavin. Me, Fräulein, I wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back over what we learned up till now. On the day of the murder, Wookie saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. Yeah, apparently he has a bullet so close to arteries close to the heart, or what it was called. The bullet is simply slowly moving for each breath, and after a while he's just gonna die. And no doctor at all in the world can help him. We learned that from the noodle stand guy, because apparently he used to be a doctor. Good place of learning how to actually treat patients. You talk with a noodle stand guy. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine. And Miss Tiala heard about this from Wookie, so she went to Maractus' clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature. But then something happened.
sounds like... I don't want to know the truth, he says, was smiling ear to ear, sure. Yeah, I don't sometimes know what the prosecutors want. Like, this guy has been back and forth, but sometimes he basically filled in some holes, and sometimes he does something else. I can't explain everyone, really. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold. But what about Dr. Maractus? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala. Perhaps he thought to death. What did he do after his crime? I was just knocked out, not dead. From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, forehead, care to take a guess? Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maractus do? Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiala. Do you have evidence to show what he did next? Wait, do I have evidence? Well, not that. That's definitely not evidence. Is this proof of what he did next? Because she did not change to the slippers when she went into the clinic just to talk to him. He must have changed that. And yeah, don't ask why I have 2 pair of panties in my inventory. This has been a weird trial. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? I'm gonna take this. I'm pretty certain I'm wrong. No, apparently I'm right. This evidence shows what he did next. I am wrong. Okay. I thought I was right because music and thing disappeared, but nope. Okay. I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna save because I don't trust my instincts. Why? Because I was wrong right now, which means I will be wrong again. Have I used all the saves? Oh shit, I've used all the saves. Fair enough. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? Technically the noodle stand would be. Victim died pulling it, so I guess that's proof enough. Okay, it was that thing. I was a bit uncertain with the thought of like, we know he pulled it. It's not really proof of what he did. Well, this technically is proof what he did next. As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Eldon's noodle stand. What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand. It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand. I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? A stand at the clinic, however, the question is why did he remove the bowls? Maybe because the stand was heavy. Or wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Oh, wait a minute. You don't mean... I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala. My corpse? Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he'd killed you. His next move would have been to dispose of your body. That's crazy talk. That's not crazy talk. I do love she's trying to say it's crazy talk. Because that basically makes her being there. But it's not so crazy if he basically just killed you in the clinic. Then let's think about it. Logically, the doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But his way there... Who should he run into but the defendant, Wookie Kitaki? I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The parks is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? River, deep, dirty. It's gonna be flushed away. That's right, he had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. Why are you saying now you get it? It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand. Oh, okay, that's what you meant. That doesn't even make sense. Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end?
Unless the park one was his destination. What?
Apparently, the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Miraculous was heading with this stab. Whoa. Here, to show us on this diagram. To where exactly was the victim dragging that stand?
Boop.
There, that's a river.
Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. Scarcely something. A perfect place to dispose of a body. He was going to throw me into that river.
He didn't have any other options, Fräulein.
Apparently his clinic doesn't have a morgue. I believe this clears up all of the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then, the denouement, wisely stickler of panty-snatching fame walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts, in that instant, yeah, because it was shot in the right temple, which means inside here. Apparently the clinic didn't have a morgue. What clinic has a morgue? I don't know. Probably none. Probably none. Basically none. So I shot... Well, that would depend on if it's like a clinic that basically has something like that. I don't know, actually. It might just be some sort of clinic that basically is so big that it actually has a morgue for like the police or something else. I don't know. I am a bit uncertain why like morgues exist in the first place sometimes. Well, not fully. Well, I've never heard of a clinic having one. Many hospital doesn't have one either. Fair enough. I know there like must be like some sort of hospitals or some similar that has that. Mostly because like now I'm just taking movies as an instant, but that's just because they are basically in a hospital and that hospital has. So I guess few big hospital might have for a certain reason. Otherwise, no idea. Also, that was a strange movie. I thought it was gonna be like some sort of like horror thing. Nope, it was just a murder movie. You were the only one who could have stolen Woody's pistol. It had to be you. Also, yeah, you more or less understand now how my brain works. It's just weird sometimes. I've never heard of a Clivingham. Oh, I just read that. Nice work. You mean I'm right? I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story. You get that spoiled brat of a book. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Miraculous pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? But the one gaping hole in your logic, I think Mr. Gavin knows wherefore I speak. Whereof what? Can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Have everyone forgot about the footprint? Please, for the love of God. What sort of memory do you have? Do you have like a goldfish memory or something?
Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin?
Must I always be the one to point out her forehead's errors? Oh yeah, many hospitals has one. Many also many doesn't, and those that don't have use a morgue that is separate. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Danny would have probably gone there then if he had that, something like that. Because the thing is, they say clinic, but with the thought of like how much he earned, even though it was like from the Yakuza or something like that, the mob, he might have been able to like have still like a big doctor's place or something. I don't know. I have no clue really. I just feel like for being a hospital, I feel like would be some place he could hide the body temporarily. But at the same time, apparently not. I believe the Fräulein speaks of her doctor's car. His car? That's right, the Miraculous Clinic has that big garage.
In which sat a green sports car, was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he could use his car.
Also, we'll find the victim without a possible cause to steal the stand. Well, for the first of all, if he would do it in his own goddamn car and people found out, people would know whose car it is and he would be fucked. If people though only found the stand, they would blame the noodle boy for it. Yeah, for defense without a case. I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken. Oh, that was an excellent counter-argument, Fräulein. Too bad, you're quite wrong. Don't tell me I've forgotten what happened to your daddy. Daddy? That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was the green sports car. Apparently he survived, flung 30 feet, and the only problem was a sprained ankle. Oh yes, I'd nearly forgotten about it. Afterwards, he drove it back to the garage. Ran fine. That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car, A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. I start to feel like this guy's just pointing. Was he drunk at the time? I don't know. I actually don't know. Either it was she who was driving it. I actually don't know what was happening. Order! Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Maractus use his car for the body? Why did he bring up the car? I haven't even talked about much about the car. Because if you don't brace when you fall or get hit by something, like when drunk, you're more likely to survive with just a bruise or such. I don't know. The only thing I know, he likes grape juice. But I don't even know if there's alcohol in it. It kinda looked like he's been drinking, but I guess that's just age. This is basically 7 years after the 3 first games. Well, the 3rd game. Is that groan of surrender I hear? It's grown in my stomach. I'm hungry. Grape juice. Another name for wine. That is true, but I don't know. For some reason they make it. Well, if it would be wine, I don't think he would have it in a hospital. He was allowed to drink it in a hospital. So I'm pretty certain it is just grape juice. In a very fancy wine bottle, actually. Some advice. Now a good time to review all you know. Everything I've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned. Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain as to what happened that night. The car didn't run, someone else stole the stand, he carried the body in the car. The car didn't run. I guess the car didn't run because... No, wait. Which one happened first? Did Miss Plum's panties happen first? Or did it... No, wait a second. No, Miss Plum's panties happened after the first panties. The first panty was stuck into the pipe of the car. The car didn't run. I have an idea. I don't know if that even stopped the car from running. The only thing I know is that is the exhaust. And it's not good to basically stop the exhaust from going. It's all coming together. Also, it did not run because he dropped his phone there and it did not run afterwards. Ha! We have proof of that. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car. Huh. Now you're even making less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one of the one-on-one together and the explanation is simple. If it is so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence. Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night. Well, I've never actually used this as proof in the courtroom. Let's see now. The panties again. Oh, please, for the love of God, Justice. All sort of thing comes out of my panties. Why would you say that? Even the truth. Well, I would say I'm pretty certain all people hide truth inside the undergarments. I don't know. Hold on. If not, you're gonna look like a big perv. Fair enough. Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of these panties. The latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. Also, we did actually have a big perv, and that was basically a student not understanding how a magic trick worked with panties. So he tried to steal the panties. And when he couldn't steal the magic panties, he tried to steal some other panties to see if it actually worked with those as well. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until they hid in the Miraculous Clinic garage. What? The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Also, if I would look like a perv, that would just means I lost the game like by being a perv. Fair enough. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them. That's just too funny. Yeah, that just a goddamn university student and all. Basically, hold on. This is the guy. Junior in science of Ivy University. And it's basically, it's like, I have watched magic on a show. I need to figure out how the magic panties works. Like, mate, for the love of God, please stop. Why? Where they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. Oh, right, because there was something wrong with his exhaust pipe. I completely forgot about that. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. So you were here investigating. Alright, this is a recap. And I was on my way home when my hog gave up. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe. Oh, too bad. Looks like it's such a nice bike too. How the fuck did it manage to get to the university? I don't know. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clogged exhaust and they won't run. Is that actually true? Like, I'm not really a mechanic, so I don't know. The only thing I know that is that's where the exhaust comes out. But does that actually stop the car from starting? Like, sure, you can definitely cause the car to basically malfunction. But basically, oh, it doesn't start. I'm uncertain about that, but that's me. I am not a mechanic. I like electronics now and then, but I'm not a mechanic. While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatchers snuck into the Meractis garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start. What? That's why Dr. Meractis had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of. If you close the exhaust, it can still run for a little bit, but it will choke and stop working quite quickly. Yeah, that's what I was guessing, because basically this exhaust stops in the pipe and then something is happening in there. And that's basically when the engine just says, well, fuck this. But for it to just say, oh, it is clogged, and just basically know about it directly, that feels a bit odd. Well, Miss Tiala, this wraps your dabs up quite nicely, huh? So it does. I do love we still had the footprint of her being there, and everyone kind of forgot about it. We don't even need to bring it up again. And it was just, oh, yeah, she was there. Oh, no, I wasn't there because it could have happened. Why not do it like this? Why did everyone forget about the shoe print? It's so dark, I can't see. Cramped. Pain, my throat's burning. What's your problem? You, Doc! Know what you did? Okay. You lied to me. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man. Wait, let me explain. Fine. I give you a last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me. No. You'll ruin everything. Oh, yeah, Jesus.
It's like stopping someone from exhaling. Yeah, exactly. It just hard to breathe for a moment and then it stops. Like, how else would we die if we hold our breath for a moment? Either that or we basically have like the tube. Oxygen tube. He seems happy. She seems confused. And he looks like he should be supposed to be. And she looks weirdly calm. Funny. This isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad. You were hella fucking calm to actually just admitting to murder. Well, there is still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand? In the silence of the shot, I heard a witness running. I believe we heard as much from a Weasley stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police. Which is when I made my escape. Yeah, because it took them 10 minutes. Which is when you left that slipper print. Dr. Miraculous didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out. Oh, okay, I understand now. So, to go in there, you were the one to actually exchange for slippers while we were walking in there. I love her commitment to, like, cleanliness of the clinic while holding a gun, threatening the doctor. Fair enough. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though. And that was your mistake. No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. Huh? I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Wookiee declared guilty, it was you. Well, fuck you. I love it she came for us to basically fail. Like, goddamn. Well, I believe we reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tayala doing? She does seem like a thorough manipulator. Well, with the thought of her basically just saying after Wookiee had been operated, I want to marry you. Just because she know he is dying and they cannot be saved. Then yes, she's a manipulator. She didn't wait a second. He woke up. Somehow she just went, let's marry. That was basically it. So yes, she is a manipulator. Very thorough manipulator. She confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest right now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seemed to be calm for someone who just lost. I think he already knew. He figured out that she was the killer a while ago. Some advice, now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. He lost, but didn't exactly win either. Is something the matter, her forehead? Well, looks like it's time to announce a verdict. I'm just waiting for the guy to basically collapse inside here because our expert noodle doctor basically told us he has almost no time left. He said when that x-ray was taken, he had around 6 months. It has gone 6 months. He is on saved time right now. Court is adjourned. Fair enough. June 17, 4:12 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Great job, Apollo. You did it. What time is it? Oh shit, it's almost 8. So I think we can continue until the next chapter then. Sort of. At least it'll be continued, which I guess is like the next chapter anyway. Yeah, we did it somehow. Wookiee's off the hook. Free to become a gangster he's always wanted to be. Yeah, for at least the last 10 minutes of his life. I mean, that's you to thank. Hey, attorney man. You're gonna pay for that you did to my Alita, Holmes. Or to blame, I guess. You get my Alita back. Stupid pointy-head attorney with a death wish. Oh, here comes the man, I guess. Enough, okay. Ah, Mr. Kitaki.
He's a gangster that wants to come clean. I just love him for some reason, just because of his kind of frightened nature. And then you just see that thing on him, and it's just like, I have no idea if I want to run away or hug you. It's high time you open your eyes, Wookie. But you know, old man, I think it's about time you open yours. Giving up on the life, trying to become some kind of businessman. Don't talk about what you don't understand, Wookie. The brains of a trash can. Wait, who? You mean Wookie? Because I kind of feel that. I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out. Not in jail. Wouldn't that be the happy ending? Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kitaki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Wookie. Oh, Wookie, Apollo has something to tell you. I do? Way to put me on the spot. What's that? Show him the reason. Why, Apollo? I guess. Okay, I am so bad at these. But, why I guess their family has so much money now because they became clean. Yeah, Wookie, exactly. And why they want more money, a lot of money, is because of this. They want their son to live. Think about it, Wookie. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. She doesn't mean... You aren't really, are you? Whoa, his eyes just changed. I searched the globe and found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Wookie. But it's an expensive procedure. Whoa. Why does it... I can't, like... I don't know. I don't think I like his eyes when he's calm. But you got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. Kind of looks like some sort of like anime character. Little Plum, eh? What? Yeah, her name is Little Plum. Also, just for those who want to know, and I personally don't want to keep them, I have her undergarment as well. This is Little Plum's undergarment. I still have them. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Wookie. I want to help you. I want to do it clean. What's going on? It is his goddamn eyebrows! It's like watching clouds with a chance of meatballs. The guy's got them eyebrows. The student, yeah, the student stole them. The student stole them. I thought it was basically like the shadowing to make him look fucking badass or something. No, he just had biggest ass eyebrows. What the hell? I see now, old man. Always you looking out for me. Those are the kindest eyes I've ever seen. Yeah, a bit. This is good, old man. One day I'm gonna take you out, and we'll see who's the OG. Try to hide in your business soon, and I'll find you. My Wookie. Yeah, he really has kind eyes. It's like, it's ridiculous now. First it was like, damn, those eyes, I can't even see them. He's gonna shoot me. He just fucking lift his eyebrows. Mr. Kitaki. I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. Oh, fair enough. He actually has puppy dog eyes. I'm glad to have met you. You're not so good with words, but I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Me? I didn't think. Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kentucky lime pie. So not plum, huh? He's opening a pie shop. So long. It wouldn't surprise me if he had a bakery or something. We thought of like the apron he has. I actually have two aprons here. I think one is from Breaking Bad, from like some sort of like chicken place. And one is just a normal one, but basically like a hip thing. I like both of them, to be honest. Those eyes and how he's built, it reminds me of Teddy Bear.
Kinda, actually. And he's gone. Well, let's head back, Apollo. It's not many times I'm good with finding out the last information to give both of them a closure. This one was sort of understanding. Hey, since when did I work at your agency? We make a good team. I'll just stand there. Let's get going. Why not? She did help me out. And personally, you're out of a job. It basically started with him looking for a job because, like, what is it called? Phoenix basically hired him or called him. And that he's out of job because he put his own teacher into goddamn prison. Gavin's brother. There's a few questions I still need answered. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure that out, it's her. Either her or Mr. Wright. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become. Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first. Where? Why, to claim a reward from Mr. Eldon. Oh, salty noodles, right. Got his stand back already. Yeah, because he likes his noodles salty, and apparently he's talking about so much salt it's gonna become the Dead Sea or something. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat. Yeah, you see what I mean? Where does she hide that thing? But I'm not gonna complain. She basically gave us some extra time by faking an indoor kidnapping by having that thing. Please, anything but him. And that's the end of this episode. Which is fairly enough a good timing to end the stream as well, because I have been streaming for 3 minutes. And 3 minutes. What am I saying? 3 hours. I just read the minutes and just said minutes. Yeah, exactly. I said 3 minutes. 3 hours. I was looking at how many minutes above 3 hours I went. And it's about like 7 minutes. So my brain just went, oh, 3 minutes. Someone sure is tired. Yeah. I have been yawning, but for some reason